So tell me all about this other life.
Okay. I don't know. I saw. Well, first I felt like this head pressure that I've felt before. Kind of feels like almost like my head's getting cut off at my forehead. I feel like a
Mm-hmm.
line of pressure, kind of like right across like my third eye, and I think I was feeling your grandfather in spirit first,
Mm-hmm.
and then that went away, and then I felt like this head pressure, so I thought I was still kind of feeling a spirit around us when we were talking, and I started to feel the head pressure again, so I asked you if there was anybody who felt like they or had some sort of head trauma or died from a head wound, and you said no.
Not that I know of.
Yeah. So then I started. How did your grandfather die?
Which grandfather? Mom's or dad's
Father's
side?
father. The
I don't
mechanic.
know actually. I don't know. I know that he got like kind of dementia and weird at the end. I, maybe a heart attack.
Okay.
I will
Well, I feel
ask.
like dementia could be like a head thing. I don't know. Right?
I wouldn't call it a head wound, but yeah, I guess head-ish. Let me text Dad and see if he replies at all because he's not good at. How did your mom die?
But either way, it felt like a head wound.
Yeah.
And then I was feeling like the head wound was like connected to you as well.
Mm.
So then I started to like feel into whatever the energy was, and I saw this like dungeon type place. It reminded me of like this is gonna bother me, but were you ever into like the Holy Grail?
Like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, or just the concept of the Holy
No,
Grail?
no, like the whole like Holy Grail. Oh, what was that famous book? Holy Blood, Holy Grail, I think it was.
I mean,
And it
like, I conceptualize what the Holy Grail represents, and I know of
okay,
it, but I never
no, but
like
like I'm
went
talking
crazy
like
for it.
more like the history or like the conspiracies about it.
Meh.
Okay, so I was always into the Holy Grail. I loved Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, probably my favorite Indiana
Mm-hmm.
Jones by far.
Me too.
So there was a belief that there's a lot of theories about what the Holy Grail was. Some thought it was just like that Jesus survived after the crucifixion, and then it was like his bloodline was being protected because
Mm-hmm.
they believed his bloodline was, sacred or whatever. But there's the whole thing of the actual Indiana Jones Last Crusade, an actual cup that
Mm-hmm.
gives you everlasting life. But for me, I always thought it was more like esoteric, like knowledge, um, stuff like that, or symbolic of esoteric knowledge. But anyway, there was a whole line of
It's the
thought that,
feminine.
oh, the Holy Mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's the it's
I always,
like literally the cup.
yeah, I always believe that too because I thought it was connected to like Mary Magdalene, and that's why I
Mm-hmm.
always, even when I was like doing my own prayers, I always said in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Mother because I always thought the Holy Ghost was really just the Holy Mother.
Yeah, we killed her.
Yeah. Um, So anyway, there was a stream of thought that the Cathars. Do you know who the Cathars were?
No, do tell.
Okay, so the Cathars were like this Gnostic sect in France that was like murdered by the Catholic Church because, well, they were believed to have had like esoteric knowledge, and some people thought they had like the Holy Grail.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so anyway, the reason I was bringing that all up is because it felt like where we were so they were like murdered by the Catholic Church, and it felt like we were like some sort of like um kind of like maybe taboo or like extremists, and we were like murdered together in a dungeon. I saw
Okay, yeah,
you dead.
that does
What?
smack of Priapus and Lilith for sure.
So here, I'll just say this. The Cathars were a Christian dualist sect that flourished in parts of Europe, especially southern France, between the 12th and 14th centuries. Their beliefs were considered heretic-like by the Catholic Church, leading to one of the most brutal religious persecutions in medieval history.
Ooh.
So, the key beliefs of the Cathars were dualism. They believed in two opposing forces, a good spiritual god and an evil material god, often identified with as the God of the Old Testament.
Hate it.
The physical world, including the human body, was considered corrupt. They also believed in reincarnation. Souls were trapped in cycles of rebirth until they purify themselves.
That's true.
Um, Spiritual purity, the ideal Cathars, known as the perfects, lived lives rejecting meat, wealth, and sex. They were they were very. I don't know if I would be a Cathar then, but um, so what happened to them? The Cathar Crusade, also known as the I don't know how to say this word, a Augustine Crusade, was launched in 1209 by the Pope Innocent III to wipe them out. The crusade led to massacre of thousands, including non-Cathars. Um, they were also part of the Inquisition. Um, but I was also so their ideas were often linked to like Gnosticism, Templar myths, and Holy Grail legends.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it felt like we were kind of like religiously persecuted.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw you like I don't know why I'm laughing. I saw you dead, and I
You
was
saw
like
me what?
alive, dead.
Dead. How was I dead? Was I
You had
bleeding?
like some sort of like thing on your head, like it was like your head was like cut open,
Cool.
and we were in like kind of like robes and stuff. But I was like, it was almost like they killed you and then just left me there to like be tortured by you being dead next to me.
That's kind of sweet.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. So.
It's funny.
Is that
It's
why
funny.
you're
Sorry.
wearing all black today?
I don't know why I'm wearing all black today. I just know that whenever I need to wear all black, like when I need to wear this, it like sticks out to me. Like I don't really wear this day to day anymore. Like it feels like a very ceremonial thing, and it just stands out to me when it needs to be worn.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just felt like maybe we had some sort of past life connection, but like you said, I don't know how I feel about past lives. It might be a parallel life or something
I'm
or something.
Yeah, look, when I say past lives, I mean alternate lives or parallel lives because there is no such thing as past and future. Everything's happening at the same time.
Yeah.
And like I love the idea of past lives. I love the idea of alternate lives. I love being identified with different cultures and different experiences and different whatevers. And I think that that's going to be inherent because no soul comes in here just like blank. Like you have to have other lessons and other experiences and other things like influencing your current life, in my opinion. Um, yeah, I love the idea of past lives. I'm just also aware of the fact that I'm the entire universe, so it's like they all are me,
Yeah.
just to varying
So then
degrees
what?
of soul resonance.
Yeah, but then why does it come up now? Like, so what's the
Because there's
thread?
something relevant for us to learn within it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is it? Oh yeah, yeah. Um. Okay. So, how'd you feel when I was like dead on the floor?
I missed you.
You miss me? I told you it was sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. I just
You miss me,
was
or you were
like,
distraught because I was dead?
I don't know. I felt like I missed you.
So I'm like lying dead on the floor with like a gash in my head, and you're like, I miss this person. Like it's too calm. It's too calm. It's too chill.
Why? What if we were enlightened beings? Like,
Mate,
what if we were
Gnosticism,
masters?
believing that there's good and evil, is not enlightenment nor mastery.
Yeah, but yeah, but I think you need to understand duality to be like to go past it. And all that
I think
is
I think you need to
that's.
understand. Well, go
But
on.
I'm just saying, if you what it said was that there is an evil god that's the Old Testament God. So that could be like the internet's interpretation of like the demiurge and the negative beliefs and like like people put their own spin on what they under how they understand it. Just
Mm.
because that's what it says on the internet doesn't mean that's what they actually believe. Because I've the things I've read about the Cathars is more about how like like the demiurge and the more Gnostic belief system, and even that like just because some people believe it to be like dualist, it's because they're looking at it from their understanding. Like you said, the demiurge could just represent like your negative beliefs.
Yeah, look, when I think about the idea of an Old Testament God and the idea that there is literal good and evil, I think that it was probably just another version, another set of overall conditioning that also led to higher levels of spirit. I think that when the one, the all, the everything, it's unconscious of itself when there's nothing to reflect upon. So as soon as there's something to reflect upon, you either have to see it as like love or you have to see it as like hate and fear. And I think that the universe goes in and out of stages and everything in between the spectrum of like, you know, thinking of other and hating and thinking of other and loving. I think that there's just both. Like you can literally do it either way.
Yeah.
So the negative beliefs are just reflective of that overall like overarching kind of theme of feeling like there is other and there is something to fear and there is something to hate and there is something to kill and loathe and eliminate. Like it's just representative of negativity. It's representative of separation.
Yeah.
Does that
Or
make
if you
sense?
like, yeah. I mean, I was thinking about like I feel like this somehow ties into what I was thinking about the other day, and I kind of mentioned to you. It's like chaos and like what's the shadow of chaos, because I feel like chaos is like the natural state of the universe.
Mm-hmm. Do you want
So
to know
like
what the shadow of chaos is or the pole of chaos, really? It's stagnancy. It's rigid order to the point that nothing moves.
okay, let's go into that more.
Go ahead.
Explain.
What do you mean, explain? What's the
I want
opposite
to.
of chaos? Chaos is like fluidity, it's unpredictability, it's motion.
You
It's
think
the
chaos
Empress
is
card.
fluidity?
Absolutely.
How is chaos fluid? To me,
How
chaos
is it
seems
not
like
fluid?
because fluid seems like flow. I feel like chaos is sporadic. It's like static.
Only if you're reactive to it.
We're not talking about if I'm reactive. We're talking
What do you
about
mean if
the
it's static?
like static, like like
Energetic.
no, more like static with um like multiple facets, or like if you ever seen like the the chaos symbol, right? Like the chaos magic symbol.
I know a couple, but yes.
It's like the circle with like all the arrows.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, to me, that feels static because there's all these like different exit points where like
It feels
flu.
static because there's different exit points.
Yeah.
Look, when we're talking about chaos and order, we're really talking about the feminine and the masculine. We're talking about positive and negative. We're talking about um, the emperor and the empress. Like,
Why?
if when you because when you take masculine, when you take positive, when you take order to an extreme, everything becomes stagnant and dead. It locks up. You know what I mean? Like it is just one thing.
It's like totalitarian or like
Yeah.
surveillance state.
Yeah, like if you want to apply it to like humanity, even then it's that still contains so much chaos and whatever the fuck. I'm just thinking of pure energy.
Okay, pure energy.
Pure energy. Like chaos is um don't think of chaos as how you react to unpredictability. Think of chaos as just like things happening. Just things just happening everywhere all at once all the time, just it never stops. Like that's what I mean by fluid. Like it just there's no stagnancy in it, there's no stopping, because stopping is order.
Okay, so what do you think the nature of emotion is? Chaos or
More
order?
chaotic than ordered. But you can like here's the thing. Part of my awakening, right, when I saw how everything moved in the universe back and forth um in time, and that it was all this beautiful like clockwork chaos, is that chaos and order are inseparable at the same time. Like you can't have chaos without order. They're just two sides of a pole, and vice versa. And having a balance is flow. It's like moving with the chaos and understanding that there's order, or being in stagnancy but still having a motion of consciousness regardless. It's the observation of the thing. Does that make sense?
I feel like I got lost in it. I got lost in your speech. I'm sorry.
Sometimes I go too high up in the
No, you don't.
dimensions and
No, you
people.
can keep going. I'm just.
No, I'm not saying like it was too much. I'm saying that sometimes when I describe high level concepts and there isn't like the foundation to hold such a thing, it just will, like, it'll inspire some other thought that has nothing to do with it, but it's just inspirational. Does that make
I'll
sense?
be. Yeah, but I'll also be honest in saying that like I got lost in your outfit
Okay.
because I was looking at your hair and your head, and I couldn't tell if like it feels like you're just like this like being. You're not really human. You're like this like hobbit creature who like
Hobbit? A hobbit?
no, but
No,
like I don't,
a hobbit?
no, like not in a good way. It's not like you have like this like it because it like kind of your like hood reminds me of like it's almost like moss or something. Like I don't know, like elemental or
Uh
something
huh.
in a
It's not my
good
hair, by
way.
the way. It's It's all the
I know.
tassels and fur.
I know. It just like looks like your hair though.
Okay.
Okay, let's ground back into the whole emotion chaos. Can we go
Emotion
back?
chaos. Yeah, look, any kind of feminine aspect to the universe is going to be more chaotic than a masculine aspect to the universe. Masculine aspects to the universe have more order inherently. So the feminine
But
layer
like
and the
why?
physical. What do you mean why?
Yeah, like what makes something masculine and what makes something feminine?
We're really talking about yin and yang, and we're talking about positive and negative, not in good and bad, as
Yeah.
in positive is cumulative. Positive is it draws in, it brings everything together, it is connective. And when you have connectivity, inherently over time, you will get structure and order and rigidity and oneness and inseparability and uniformity. And inherently with negativity, it's separative, it's repelling, it smacks of duality. It is inherently chaotic because it is separative. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But it's like, okay, so in terms of like emotions, right? Like we is the act of like releasing emotions, chaos or order.
It can feel chaotic. It is more ordering, if anything. Like it will inherently create more of an internal order because you're literally releasing some of the chaos within. Well, that being said, I mean, stagnant emotions kind of feel like structured, even, and we've just gone too far down in the dimensional hierarchy to really apply these like broad strokes concepts. But
You think so?
yeah, like every layer to the universe, the next one up is going to seem chaotic until you're in it, and then you understand it, and then the next one up seems chaotic until you're in it, and then you understand it. Like it's just this. It's like layers upon layers. You have chaos and order and chaos and order and chaos and order and chaos and order until you get up to the very tippity top, and then it's just like it's both technically and neither. I mean, technically everything's both and neither. It's
Yeah.
just hard to describe. It depends whether or not you feel like, yeah, I mean, like, look, we were talking about the Gnosticism. It depends whether or not you feel like the universe is dualistic or inherently one. And depending on your perspective, is what you'll experience. And
Yeah.
ironically, because the negative aspect of the universe, the separative aspect of the universe, is aware of itself, it's conscious, it it's like the feminine can see but not be known, and the masculine like all the way up at the top where there's just one is all is everything, nothing can be known because there's no reflection. Does that make sense?
Because it's
Like it just
infinite.
is. Yeah, because it contains everything, so there's nothing to reflect upon. Like we're
Okay.
talking about like the sum total of consciousness. It does not know itself. But
Well,
then when you
that's why
have
it's
any kind of
us, right?
reflection, yeah, but we're reflecting upon ourselves. We're literally
Yeah,
doing it right now.
but it's understanding itself through our like the human
Through separation.
fractalization.
Yeah, through mirror, through separateness, the illusion of separateness. But
So
the
where the
feminine what?
we're the universe fractalized,
Yeah.
trying to understand itself, because when it's whole, it can't see anything else.
Yeah. I don't know about trying to understand itself. It just inherently is understanding itself from every
Then
perspective.
okay, so the purpose is created by our ego. There is no purpose.
Yeah, there is no purpose. It just is.
Yeah.
Why would it need to have a purpose?
I don't know, because we're conditioned to believe we need a purpose. So
I
then we
mean, I
think,
feel like purpose gives you purpose. So,
oh
you know,
yeah,
like creating a purpose for yourself feels fulfilling and having no purpose feels unfulfilling. Again, we return back to these masculine and feminine principles. Are you the void or are you the opposite?
what was that?
It's like I just think about it in terms of genitals, frankly. Like the feminine is concave, it's void, and the masculine is convex. It's I
Boing.
literally don't have a word for not void, but like dick, it's cock.
Can we use like boing or
Boing.
boner? Boner.
Why?
I don't know. Boner was always my favorite, like penis thing to say.
Yeah, but it's so juvenile.
I know. I'm juvenile. Um. Okay. So what else I want to talk about? So okay. So like I think I wanted to talk to you about some shadow work stuff that I feel like is a good topic on the pod. Is I feel like the more I do shadow work, the more raw I am, the more I feel like my younger self kind of navigating my emotional state, which is kind of hard because I feel like as I feel like the vulnerability, I also feel like the rubber band of like not feeling comfortable feeling vulnerable.
Okay.
So I'd like to ask the shadow work queen,
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know, your opinion.
On what? What's the question?
Well, like, how do you like find balance in that? Just like trying to like, because like as you, to me, I feel like I could cry every other half an hour. So it's hard. It's a lot. Um, so I feel like this like it kind of brings me back to like my childhood of like feeling very sensitive emotionally and then like being shut down
Yep.
and then trying to like when I do feel it now, it's like part of me like thinks back of like, oh, I should like revert back because it feels hard to like navigate.
So, Pete, we've discussed this multiple times over the last couple of weeks at least. Um, every time you bring this to me, I say, hey, why don't you stop asking for triggers and take a break and just chill the fuck out? And you're like, no, I refuse. I'm running at this. I want more. I
Okay,
want to self
let's
integrate.
let's give me another answer besides that. Besides slowing down. How do I cope?
You keep leaning in. I don't know what else to say. How do I cope? You feel your feelings. You let it come out. If you're like overwhelmed and you need let, guys, like, okay, you're doing.
I love that you find this so fucking hilarious. All my suffering. Poor little Pete.
It's like you're hitting yourself in the head with a fucking hammer and being like, how do I stop?
That's a good. That's a good metaphor.
It's literally, you're like, this hurts. I don't understand why my head is bleeding. And I'm like, could you just stop hitting yourself? And you're like,
No.
no, I need a different solution. Like, I need to keep hitting myself with the hammer. But how do I cope with it? It's so stupid. Of course, you're fucking raw. You're taking off like 87 layers of fucking trauma and wounds. Like,
Are you okay?
it's just such a such a question, and it's such an ask. Fucking hell. I laugh like this when you ask me on text as well. Like, I just sit, like, I'm like
I'm
crying.
so glad I make you laugh so hard. Brings such joy to me.
Oof. Fucking hell. I don't have another solution for you. Like, this process is gonna feel raw, and it's gonna feel even more raw because you like explicitly asking for more triggers from spirit, and and then you're like, why am I crying? Why am I crying all the time, B? This feels raw. Oh my god. You have to either just get comfortable feeling it or like back off.
Yeah.
What other, like, do you want me to like pull a fucking magic lollipop out of my pocket?
Out of your concave? Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah. Yeah, do you want me to do you want me to just pull a magic lollipop out of my fucking pocket and be like, yeah, this will make it feel better? Like, what do you want me to say?
I don't know. I guess I just want your insight. I guess slowing down is my only option.
My insight is either lean in or slow it down. You can't. It's like flooring it in a fucking car and being like, the car's going too fast. It's like, take your foot off the gas then. Shit. Oh. I needed that laugh though. Fucking
I'm
hell.
glad. That's what I'm here for. Also, I wanted to talk about the whole guardian of the threshold. What you feel about that?
That's tricky because I have sensed it before when I was doing the LBRP, like back at the very start of my journey, and it was kind of scary. Like, it felt like I was being like watched in the room, or that like something was there and like menacing.
Oh, maybe we
And
should give context what we're talking about.
right.
What's the threshold? The guardian of the threshold.
Well, how about you describe what you've been feeling, and then I'll
Okay,
give
so
you.
when I first got into like shamanism, and I would do like psychopomp work where I would deal with like what I understood as like attachments or like clearing spirits or helping spirits pass. I remember feeling like when I was doing a lot of it consistently, I remember feeling like something was watching me a lot.
Yeah.
And then I told somebody who was like a teacher of mine that I felt this thing like watching me, and it felt very old. The energy felt very old. And they were just like kind of observing me, and almost like they were trying to like stop me a little bit. It wasn't like they were stopping me, but it felt like there was like some sort of energetic, like it was almost like they were trying to slow me down, was the sense I got.
Are
Whether it's
you
true
sure
or
you didn't
not,
feel compelled to stop or slow down because it was like a menacing feeling?
I'm not sure, but I remember feeling like they were kind of trying to slow me down. That was how I interpret it. Whether it's my own internal stuff, I don't know. At the time, it was when I was first starting, so I don't feel like, I was probably not as aware of myself and my own unconscious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember talking to like a teacher of mine, and saying that, and she called them. the dark ones.
Are we talking about Vincenzo?
No, this is
Okay.
Vincenzo was not into that type of stuff. Never would use any of the like negative. But anyway, she was. This was just a shaman lady who taught me like the basics of journeying and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she said that there's like she called them dark ones, and she told me to use this ritual called chode that I think I've talked to you about with like white tara, which is basically like you feed yourself to your demons.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of to show that you are an eternal being and that they can't do anything to you.
The alpha dog.
Yeah, with the alpha dog. What? Why did I say yes? Um, and also she said like if you really felt like weird or out of like chaos or whatever, would to use to work with the god Amun Ra, which is like
Interesting.
he's viewed as like the order of like order in the universe. So if, like that's who I always call in if there's any like interdimensional weird energy that I don't understand. I always call him in because he
Okay.
represents order, so he'll put things back in order.
All right.
Why is that interesting?
Just because Siwa, which is an oasis in Egypt, in which there is a giant temple, and they had a kind of similar situation to like the Pythia in Greece, a temple dedicated to Amun Ra. And I feel as though I have an alternate life there as one of the oracles of Amun Ra.
Cool.
Yeah. And then also I would relate Amun Ra to the energy of Kernunos, and maybe the Green Man, definitely Kernunos, who is like the Celtic kind of like that's who you would turn to kick off kind of shamanism and stuff. I don't necessarily feel like it's a very ordered energy, but certainly masculine, and masculine inherently is going to have a degree of order to it.
Yeah. So I've done the chode ritual after, and then I never felt it again.
Mm.
And then recently, when I've been doing like shadow work with clients or just like my friends and whatever, I've been feeling like when it like the release happens, I feel like something's like watching me again. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't feel as like heavy as the other times. It just feels like there's something like there, kind of in the outskirts.
Okay. So when you told me about this, I hate talking in this tense. When you told me about this, it immediately reminded me of hearing something that Damien Eccles said in one of the many podcasts that I consumed about the guardian of the threshold, who is essentially there to kind of like challenge you to provide an obstacle. And I guess it's more an energy of like, have you decided that you're worthy? Are you definitely determined to walk this path kind of energy? And it can feel scary and threatening, but I mean, everything is you ultimately at the end of the day. I think if we're talking about the demiurge, it would be representative of certain negative beliefs that you have that you need to overcome. If we're talking about it in the sense of, I mean, I just feel like it's something that you need to confront ultimately. It's the external observation of self. And I think it's interesting that it's coming up now because I've been confronting you and challenging you with a lot of stuff, a lot of outside perspective on your behavior in a very direct way. And, you know, within the same conversation, we're kind of talking about it. I think
Yeah.
it's like a self-observation thing, seeing yourself from an outsider perspective instead of from a self-centric point of view.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think, I talked to you about like how I feel like I think I always relied on myself.
Mhm.
So it caused me to be more self centered because it's like, in a way, I don't think I've ever really relied on anybody else. Or I
Mhm.
tend to like be internalized with everything. And that's what I think has led me this way to be like intellectualize everything and kind of focus on just like being strategic and logical and try to like break things down mentally,
Mm.
which I think caused me to be more self-centered because I felt like I'd never felt like I could really rely on anybody else.
Is that changing now?
um I want to say yes. I feel like I could be more vulnerable.
Mhm.
Like I feel like I don't have to be as guarded, and I'm understanding like I don't have to be guarded. But I think I would be lying if I still don't feel like I can only like rely on myself.
Mhm.
I feel like I want to give people the chance, but I don't know.
You want to give people the chance to be relied upon or for you to rely on them?
Yeah, I want to be able to like rely on people and feel vulnerable and um, be able to like fully be who I am.
So what holds you back?
Uh, Probably myself, like just being afraid of. I don't know. Like I think going back to the self-centered aspect is like I always just like felt like I did things for myself and other people, but like I only really wanted to count on myself because I just felt like then I won't be let down.
Mm.
Like if I fail, it's one thing. But then I was thinking about this today is like I, I say I want change and whether that's my job, where I live, just my life in general. It's like I feel like I make other people responsible for me not changing. Like,
Mhm.
oh, it's my kid's fault, or it's my job's fault, or it's like I'm married and I can't just travel and do whatever I want. Like it's not it's my fault. It's not anybody
What if
else's
it's
fault.
what if it's no one's fault?
Hmm.
What if it's not a fault whatsoever?
How is that possible?
What if it's just like I feel like maybe you're relating fault to cause and effect, but fault is such a strong word for it. Fault is like blame.
Yeah, but it is my fault. No? Like
What
I
if it's
am
your responsibility?
okay, so if it's my responsibility,
Hmm.
it's still the burden is on me.
Yeah. If it's a burden, see, one of the things that Bashar says that I resonate with is that none of the things that are genuinely in alignment with you will feel like a burden. None of the beliefs that you have will feel like a burden to you. Like, even if they are work and effort, they won't feel like a burden because they're not like that's what alignment is. It doesn't feel like a burden. It feels like what you want to be doing.
Yeah, but like, do you think you can get to alignment without doing all this work first?
Theoretically, but not operationally, in my opinion.
Like, okay, I mean, people are probably going to judge me for saying this, but like I feel like children, right?
Mm.
Okay, there's plenty of triggers in your children.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm just trying to think of an obvious one, but if I don't work on my triggers and I come home and my kids are demanding a lot of me or demanding my energy or fighting or whatever, it's like they feel like a burden.
Yeah.
But now, like today, I came home, I cried on my way home, and I felt this like, I don't know, it shifted into like back to like my mom wound because I felt like this left side, my solar plexus, and boundaries, and I kind of cleared all this stuff out, or it felt like I did. I cried and I yelled,
Mm-hmm.
and I got home and I'm like making. I like to make dinner, so I was like cutting up potatoes and making steaks, and I could hear my son and daughter like just arguing. And usually like if I hear them like screaming like no or like it's always like when they don't talk to each other that like triggers me, like they just like kind of scream. But anyway, they were doing it and I heard them in the other room and I didn't get triggered at all. I felt like totally not responsible for how they were feeling, totally like not burdened by how they were being.
Fuck
and
yeah.
then I and then I finished cooking or whatever, and my son got so upset at my daughter that he went upstairs in his room. So I sat down with my daughter and I just talked to her. I was like, you know, and just tried to talk everything out. I didn't really lose my temper at all. Didn't even really feel like I was going to lose my temper. And just like sat, and then I called my son down and we sat and talked for like 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like they actually heard me this time. And I made both of them scream
Mm-hmm.
because I said that you need to like express yourself because like you guys are doing like these passive aggressive things to each other because you're holding on to anger instead of just telling each other you're mad or angry at each other. You do these like little nitpicking things just to get at each other. So I let my daughter get into like her anger and I tried to talk her into her full body and I had her scream and she screamed about 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of did the same thing with my son Luke. He was a little more resistant, but he like I just asked him, I told him that I had my own anger issues and I never dealt with them when I was growing up and it caused a lot of problems. And I was like, just try to let it out because you need to learn how to deal with your emotions.
Mm.
And he screamed and then he felt better and I could tell it like if he like really gave into it and it affected him. And my point was is like they don't feel like a burden then,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like you I think you still have to do the work before you like really move through that to like you know not be how Bashar says, or I lost my train of thought with what he said, but basically I'm saying that like I think you can't get there if you're not like healing your own shit.
I agree. Yeah. Uh, that's the thing about these negative beliefs is like it doesn't matter if you get triggered and you make the correct decision. if you haven't alchemized it, you won't get the outcome that you want, because you've still got the belief that's like charged up within you. So once you've alchemized it, suddenly everything shifts. You know what I mean? You said, "Oh, they heard me this time." And it's like, yeah, because even though all of the other times you might have been saying exactly the same stuff or the right thing, because you were still emotionally charged underneath the surface, they couldn't hear that. They were still reacting to the emotionality of it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying is like you can be activated by anything, but if like you're not actually like feeling it or having that full awareness of it, I think you have to still get there first before
I
you
agree.
can. All right, so tell that alien guy
For
he doesn't know
sure.
what he's talking. No, I'm just kidding.
No, 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 but that's the thing. Like, uh, he's not saying like, oh, your kids are a burden and therefore they're unaligned with you. He's saying if you feel like something like you wouldn't even have generalized your kids as a burden. You would have said when they do this, it's burdensome. When they argue, when they get loud, when they whatever the fuck. And then it's like, okay, so observe, what does it feel like in that is the burden? And you just spoke about your mother wound. And didn't you say the right side of your solar plexus though?
No, left side. Today, when
Left
I was
side. Okay.
driving home, it came to my left side. So,
Yeah. So, this triggers from your childhood. This triggers from your mother being overly emotional and push pulling you and X, Y, and Z, and you being influenced by that. And today you had the calmness because you've alchemized at least, a layer off of that wound.
yeah,
And therefore, because you alchemized that situation wasn't a burden because your kids are aligned with, your path, what you want to be doing, and therefore it wasn't burdensome.
yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah. No, it does.
So
It
so it's not,
felt good.
yeah, it's not necessarily about being like, oh, this situation doesn't feel good to me and therefore it's unaligned and I want the fuck out of it. It's not about everyone just like dumping their kids on the side of the road tomorrow. It's about observing what is out of alignment with you in that thing,
Yeah, makes
which will
sense.
usually be a belief.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it kind of blew my mind how calm I felt. Where like I feel like when you get to that point, you don't even. It's not like you know. Well, wow, I'm like speaking gibberish. Um, I feel like when I'm in the mental space or when I was in the mental space, it was more like, okay, they're triggering me. I know it's bothering me because of this, but it's like, it's still like there's something like pulling inside of you that's like, ugh,
Mm-hmm.
I know I can control this, but I'm really angry. And,
Mm-hmm.
now it's like when I've worked with you and worked with the emotional plane, it's like I didn't even feel it. Like I didn't feel anything. I just wanted them to like have the peace, like I wanted them to just
Yeah,
feel
you felt
whatever they had
called
to
to help.
feel. Yeah.
Mm.
And it didn't feel like work, you know?
Yeah.
It felt like I just want to talk to them because I felt the relief.
Mm-hmm.
I
And you
want
had
them to
wisdom
feel
to
it.
impart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the
So,
thing, like, your kids are loud and argue and blah 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 because they, and understandably, haven't had the tools given to them to help navigate the world. That's what kind of all of our parents failed to give us. So it's really good that you're now passing on these tools as you've earned them.
yeah, it felt good. So, thank
Mm,
you.
you're welcome.
Um, Do you think we could talk about mediumship on here and like do some mediumship stuff? And then, like, if people wanted to follow along, would that be cool on a podcast or what?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Are you
Okay.
sacredly activated to do that?
Yeah, I am.
Let's fucking do it
And
then.
I also feel people. So, um, okay. So you've done like basic classes with me, but I think I'm going to just go over the basics because I feel like when I'm teaching somebody one on one, it changes because it allows me to like work with them more
Mm-hmm.
directly, you know?
Yeah.
So if I repeat myself, just understand like there might be stuff that will come up, you know?
Do I
Like
ever
I'm
do I ever freak out about that?
no, I'm just clarifying it, you know, because I like to be, you know, just clear about it. And if
Okay.
anybody's listening and they've done this, you know, just play along like you never did it before.
I think
Are you
that's
comfy?
kind of how classes and I'm trying to get comfy. Hang on, I need to move my back. My lower
For
back at the
anybody,
moment has been stiff.
yeah, me too.
What were you going to say?
My lower back's been bothering me lately too. I deadlifted heavy the other day, and ever since then, I feel like it bothered me.
Be careful of deadlifts. Be
Yeah,
really careful of deadlifts. Yeah, they're like I would say the most dangerous weightlifting exercise.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I just like picking up things heavy.
I know.
Makes me feel like a man. Okay, so the basic ways of communication coming through. So there's clairaudience, clairvoyance, and clairsentience. Clairaudience
And
is hearing spirit.
cognizance.
Claircognizance, I feel like is the you're probably not gonna like this, but I feel like it's the cheesiest way to receive information.
I feel like it's one of the most high level ways to receive information. There's no interpretation, it just is.
Yeah, but
It's
I feel
it's
like
so much higher dimensional than like
no, I feel like it's not
clairvoyance.
as no because I feel like for the other ones you need a deeper connection with the spirit. Like clair knowing is just like a general sense where like if you can actually hear them, see them, feel them, to me it means you're having a deeper connection personally.
If you say so. My first and like my remembered experience of claircognizance was when I was a child and I wanted to know exactly what time I was born. And I asked my mum, and before she could even answer, I announced to her that it was 10:02 a.m.
Okay, but so how do you know that wasn't just you psychically reading her mind?
because she didn't know what time it was.
Okay, but do you believe that we know everything? See, I feel like there's a
Yeah,
part of me that believes like everybody knows everything,
yes,
and
absolutely.
I'm sure there's something deep inside of her that has the knowledge of what time you were born.
Yeah, like her body would know, and my body knew. Like, so I took this to my kinesiologist, who I sent you the website for, years later, a couple of years ago, because I needed to know my birth time so I could start really learning my astrology because I wasn't 100% sure, and I had her check with my body before I told the time, and it came out to be the exact time
Yeah, so I think like
using kinesiology.
that's why I feel like it's it claircognizance doesn't demand a deeper connection.
If you say so, it's like directly downloading from the fucking Akashic records, which is just everything in the void and the ether. But sure. You're right. You're the
It,
best. You're so
it
good.
doesn't feel like that to me. That's why
You're
I'm just
so
telling
all
you
right.
how it feels to me.
Okay.
All right, so clairsentience, clairvoyance, um, clairaudience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clairaudience is the ability to hear. Clairvoyance is the ability to see. Clairsentience is the ability to feel. Okay. So if I tell you to see an apple in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
I mean, yes, like I can conceive of it. I can have it conceptually in my head, but
What does that mean?
I can't literally see it.
In your head, you can't literally see it?
Like it's a conceptual seeing. So when we did the journey the other night, like I saw things, but not with my mind's eye. I can kind of see them as concepts.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sort of. I mean, I know there's people who can't see things visually in their head.
I
And I think
have
I'm not,
before.
sweetheart, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying
Don't you use
I
that
know
tone with me.
I know there's different levels of that, like
Yeah.
some people see like, digital landscapes, some people see like black and white or but like can you actually see an apple if
It
you
depends on what you
focus?
mean by see.
Okay.
Like I've had this
So
discussion with my ex. I can take a horse, a 3D model of a horse, I can make it run, I can change its colors, I can spin it around, I can whatever the fuck, but it's not in my eyeballs even if I close my eyes. It's just conceptual.
but like do you like conceptual. I gotta understand that word better.
I
Like
have
you
the
don't like
concept of
right
it.
now. I see like you can see me on video, right? The
Yeah.
apple for me is like right here. Like I see like
But
an
when you
apple,
say
but
you
not
see it, is it
not like a
like
hologram. Like in my head.
what do you mean in your head?
When you imagine anything in your head, you don't like see it?
Well, like I said, I see it conceptually. So, like, if you okay, so let me ask you this: is it like as though in this black void, when you've got your eyes closed, that you see an apple physically in front of you, to the point that you can see the fucking colors of the thing as though you were looking at it with your eyes?
No, not even close.
Okay, yeah, so it's just conceptual.
Okay. So where do you conceptually see it though? Like if you
The
close your
apple,
eyes, yeah.
it's like
Where? Because when I
hang on.
focus, like I see it here. It's not here. It's not here. It's not down there. It's not over there. It's right
Yeah, I
here.
mean that's the third eye chakra. That's like where you would see it, I believe.
I'm asking you where you see
Yeah,
it
but
though.
like right in front of me, kind of, not in space, but in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So for everybody listening, that's where you would see the apple. Such a tough student. Um, all right.
challenging.
It's okay. I'm comfortable with challenge. Let's do clairaudience. So, can you hear an ambulance siren?
Yeah,
How do you hear it? Like, what is it? Is that conceptually too, or do you actually like get a sense of hearing something?
no, it's conceptual.
Okay. And where do you hear it
What do you
conceptually?
mean? Where do I hear it conceptually? It's like between my ears, I guess.
Yeah, because I hear it conceptually, but it feels like it's out here.
Hmm. Hang on, let me think of a different sound. No, yeah, I thought of a like a jaguar's growl. Yeah, it's like between my ears. The jaguar's more on the right side.
A what?
The jaguar is more on the right side
A
of
jaguar? Like
yeah,
the. Okay. I was just
a
making sure that.
jaguar.
My wife had a really funny idea, but I know it definitely wouldn't work.
Okay.
We do an episode where I speak with an Australian accent and you speak with a New York accent.
I don't think I could do the New York one. I think I could do like Boston.
I
Is
want to
that New
hear your
York?
Boston. I want to hear your
Nah.
Like, why did you say Boston?
Because it's like the Wolf of Wall Street chick. I think I could replicate that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why did you pick Boston? All
Because it's
right.
like so, it's like iconic, you know?
Yeah. You don't think New York is?
Nah.
Oh, welcome to
Eh.
New York.
No, it's like, hey, I'm walking here.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Coffee.
There you go.
This is great
Okay.
mediumship. I can really hear the
Yeah.
voices.
Yeah. Do you hear an Italian guy yelling in your ear right now? Okay. Um,
The the ref I can hear my old boss Paolo Masio Pinto telling me staccato and pointing to his dick. But he was actually Italian. He was a
yeah.
real Italian.
A real Italian?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be a real Italian anyway. They're very feminine,
Okay.
most of them.
Are
Um,
they?
the ones I've known. Anyway,
Not at all.
okay, so hearing. That's hearing. Let's
Hearing.
do
Yep.
clairsentience. Can you feel a wet sponge?
Yeah.
And where do you feel it?
Well, I can like feel it, see it, and hear it at the same time, and I'm like squishing it in my hand, but like my conceptual hand right in front of me.
Okay. So can you try this for a second? And the people at home listening can try this as well. Um, take your hand, right?
My literal
And
hand?
yeah, your literal hand, not your conceptual hand, your literal hand, and like touch like your blanket or touch your pillow or whatever is next to you, something that feels anything really. You could touch anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so then when you touch something, right, I want you to feel it from your hand all the way up to like your brain. Try to feel like your whole nervous system because it's really not your hand registering that you're feeling something. It's more that your brain and your nervous system is registering it, right? So can you
Yeah. So
feel what?
you're transferring it from physical to conceptual.
Yeah. So, and then as you touch something, right, get the sense of how it feels, and then take your hand off that thing and see if you could still feel the feeling of touching it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easily.
So that's clairsentience. That's the ability of spirit to use your nervous system to help you feel something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to stick with those three. There's also taste, smell, and knowing, but we covered knowing a little bit.
What about empathy?
Empathy is clairsentience. You're
Okay.
feeling the emotion of something. But
I would say empathy is
emotion,
different to the physical touch.
yeah, but like I feel like you can feel like how do you feel a negative any emotion really? It's your nervous system. No?
Yeah. Technically.
Technically, what about conceptually? Okay. So
We
that's the
have fun.
basics. That's we'll just stick with those for now.
Sure.
Obviously, there's deeper levels of mediumship that we can get to another time.
Ooh. Like
But
what?
well, I just think it's more about getting into deeper states and allowing them to more deeply work with you in different ways. You know, there's physical mediumship. We're working basically with mental mediumship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's how you'll receive information. Now, when it comes to connection, um, it this might be better if you sit up. Just to,
I just lay down.
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you to just close your eyes, right?
Yep.
And if you want, you can put your microphone down for a little bit because we're gonna just do a little exercise, and everybody
Okay.
can join in on this. And then after we're done with the exercise, you can report back what you feel. Okay? Okay, your mic's down anyway, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to respond. All right, so just take a deep breath. And what I want you to do is I want you to just become aware of your energetic body. So the average person, 2 to 3 inches off your physical body is your energetic body. So I want you to start at your toes and just scan your body and just become aware of your energetic body. Try to feel your aura, feel your field. So from your toes, work your way up your toes with your awareness. Your toes, your shins, your heel, your feet, your knees. I'm all over the place. Your thighs, your butt, your stomach, your lower back. Work your way up your spine, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, down to your hands, your neck, and your head. And now feel into your energetic body as you become aware of it. Try to center yourself. Okay. And what we're going to do is, as we feel our energetic body, we're going to expand it. And when I say we expand it, we're going to just, for the first time in the beginning, we're going to expand it in specific directions. Okay. And I want you to feel the difference when you shift your energetic body in certain directions. So, what we're going to start with is I want you to extend your energetic body to the ceiling. So, really like push your energy up to the ceiling. And as you do that, right, what I want you to do is I want you to feel the difference when you bring your awareness to the ceiling. You might feel a little spacey, you might feel a little ungrounded, but notice the difference and take a couple breaths with your energetic body extended towards the ceiling. And as you feel that, what I want you to do is bring your energy back and extend it to the floor. Focus your awareness on the floor. Focus your awareness on your feet. And as you do that, you might feel a little more grounded. You might feel a little more solid. Notice the difference between the ceiling and the floor. Take a couple breaths. Okay, now you bring your energy back to center. And what I want you to do is I want you to push your energy out the right side of your body. Try to reach for the wall that's the right side of your body. Push your awareness and your energetic field all the way out the right side of your body. And as you do this, I want you to feel the difference between the ceiling, the floor, and the right side of your body. All right, now bring your energy back to center, and I want you to push your energy out the left side of your body. Really extend to the wall that's to the left side of your body. Take a couple breaths and notice the difference between the ceiling, the floor, the right side, and the left side of your body. Take a couple breaths. All right, so now what I want you to do is bring yourself back to center. Take a couple breaths into your heart. Bring your awareness to your heart. Feel centered. I'm going to give you a couple breaths with that. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is this is how we connect to spirit. This is how we let spirit know that we want to communicate. What I want you to do is I want you to expand your energy or aura in all directions. I want you to go to the floor, I want you to go to the ceiling, and I want you to fill the entire room with your energetic field. And I want you to take a couple breaths in this expanded state. Breathe in, and as you exhale, push your energy out to fill the room. And from this expanded state, I want you to take one deep breath with the intention of connecting to spirit. Ask spirit to step forward and connect to your energy. Ask them to communicate with you. If you feel like you're not getting an awareness of anybody stepping in with you, ask them to step closer because they are there. Sometimes they don't know if you don't tell them. So ask them to step as closely as possible. Notice if you feel any shifts or changes.
The shift that I felt instantaneously was like something more dense being inside of me. And I'm pretty sure that my energy is always pushed out. But,
What do you mean?
well, like when you said push your energy out to all the corners of the room, I was like, well, it's already beyond all of that.
Yeah. What do you
Like,
mean? How?
I don't know. Like when you said send your energy right of me is the wall, but then there's the front yard, then there's the streets that I walk on the way to the beach. I was all the way at the beach.
Okay.
When you say go left, there's the wall, and then there's the backyard, and then there's the streets all the way to my grandmother's house. And I was always all the way at my grandmother's house. Do you know what I mean? When you say push your energy out to just the room, I'm like, no, but I'm already aware of outside and further than that.
Yeah.
And when you said to ask spirit to step closer, it was like my energy got denser inside of my body, like it felt thicker. And I was like, step closer, and it just was already like, it just feels like me being, not me being denser, but like there's a density that was like in me. That's what I noticed.
Um, okay. So do you still feel it?
Yeah, when I call it back in.
Okay. So what I want you to do is just we'll start simple and progress. Does it feel masculine or feminine?
I guess more masculine if I had to choose.
Okay. And when I say masculine or feminine, it doesn't have to be dualistic. It's just the sense of how they feel.
You mean gendered, right? Not dualistic.
Well, I'm saying like people could feel more masculine. It doesn't mean they're necessarily a man. It's
Yeah, so
just how you're
gendered.
Yeah, it's just how you're interpreting the energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then as just the reason I kind of break it down because to me it feels like as you feel things and then like affirm them, the connection builds. So it's
Okay.
better to start with like simple questions. And then as you develop, you'll develop into more of like a conversational way of interacting with them.
Maybe. Yeah.
What do you mean, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe what?
Maybe simplicity isn't where I start.
Okay. If that doesn't resonate with you, this is just how I've learned and taught. Like you can always do whatever you want.
Yeah.
but in my experience, it feels like uh, it like helps the connection gain momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it feels more masculine. Okay. Are you getting any senses of anything else?
No.
Okay. So it feels masculine, right?
Well, it felt dense.
Okay.
And I guess I'd
Felt
associate density with masculinity.
why?
I don't know. It just feels thicker.
Okay.
Femininity feels light and like fluffy.
All right. That's fine. Whatever you feel, like whatever you interpret it as. Okay,
Mm.
so does this feel like somebody you might know, or does it feel like you can just ask questions or like feel whatever you feel pulled to ask? But
It feels like
typically,
it feels like
what?
my grandfather on my mom's side.
Okay,
Maybe that's where my mind's going anyway. But it's just a knowing. It's just like a sense. It's not. Sorry, it's clear cognizance.
it's okay. That's there's no. I'm not judging it. Okay, I want.
Shh, shh.
I like. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just being contrary a little bit,
Yeah,
But
you are being contrary.
I'm a canary. Okay,
Yeah.
so feel into it, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's actually like? Do you feel like like there's almost like a pop, like a connection? Do you feel like you have like? To me, sometimes when I connect and I feel like the connection is gaining momentum, it feels like there's almost like plugged in, you know?
Yeah, maybe through my back. Like
Okay.
right shoulder blade. Like between my spine and my right shoulder blade.
Okay.
Maybe. Like if there's yeah. And
Okay.
I sense like I don't feel the hug, but I like see, sense, know that there's like a hug energy.
Okay. So, knowing that you get the sense that it's your mom's dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you ask him to like show himself to you more?
Yeah, I mean, I
Like,
see him kind of
okay.
like I, not a picture, but like a snapshot, I guess.
Okay. Okay. So, how do you see him? What does he look like?
Uh,
Describe him like we don't know him, like,
he's like older. He's I would say like 50s to 60s, but like gray, kind of like gray energy, a gray hair energy. Like hairy arms. Is wearing like a cut off t-shirt, button up kind of thing. Like pinkish. Um, and I think shorts and like long socks and some like loafery things.
okay.
And a belt. And I mean, I've seen pictures of him, so I know what he looks like. But
How old
he's
is
got
he?
these like he died in I think he's like mid 50s.
Okay. How old are you seeing him?
Yeah, around about there,
Okay.
I would
Can you
imagine.
ask him to show you maybe a picture that you don't know about so you can maybe verify it for you so it can be more evidential to you?
Okay, I saw one that feels more like I don't know, like a wedding photo,
Okay.
or like he's like in a suit and younger, and it's like old, like black and white looking or
Okay. So
sepia looking.
take a snapshot of that so
What do you
you
mean take
know
a
and
snapshot?
like in your head so you like remember the picture so you can ask your mom or maybe find it. Um,
Okay.
can you do you know how he died?
Uh He had a heart attack, definitely, or like a
Okay.
stroke or something. He was like an alcoholic, and then he quit, and then just one day just keeled
Okay.
over.
So can you ask him to give you a sense of how he died so you can feel it? What are you feeling?
I felt like wobbly in the brain,
Okay.
but I can feel my heart beating.
All
Like
right.
my attention's there.
So you felt wobbly in the brain, so that's clairsentience, right? You felt it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And you felt like your heart. You felt like your awareness go to your heart, or you just felt like a beat, or you just felt like
Yeah, I'm just noticing it beating, and I'm sure it was beating previous to now, but I'm noticing it now.
okay, yeah, okay. So we felt his death. Okay. Um, can you feel like? Can you ask him to give you something else, like maybe like how he felt as a person, or like his personality? I mean, you might know
I
this stuff, but just
no
to
no
get a
I
sense.
he died when I was like 3. Like I don't remember anything.
Oh, okay. So then ask him to give you a sense of how he was as a person, regardless of what you might know. You know?
Well, I don't know if it's regardless of what I might know because I'm kind of a detective and I've asked 1,000 questions, but
Okay. Can you
I
ask him for
felt
something that you don't know?
I okay, so originally before you said about his personality or whatever, I saw this like monkey toy that he has, which was the synchronicity that I was referring to, or he had, I guess. Kind of reminds me of one of those monkeys that like clash the symbol, like those
Yeah.
toys. It didn't have symbols. And when you said his personality, I felt like anger and rage because he was quite violent.
Okay.
But I already knew that, and I knew about the toy.
Okay. Um, so let's ask him for something you don't know.
Okay. I'm seeing him like at like the beach with like a beach
Mm,
ball.
interesting.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. It feels like he just enjoyed the beach, I guess.
That's interesting. I saw the same thing.
There you go.
I saw water, waves. I also saw. You see anything else? I don't want to tell you what else I see,
I
but
mean, I literally saw him standing, beach towel, like board shorts kind of thing, umbrellas, fucking chairs, eskies, sand, the beach ball, the waves, the sound, the energy, the everything.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did
It's like
he
a whole.
did he have a boat or a sailboat?
Um. Well, let me ask. Hang on. I I don't think he owned one, but I know that my family, mom's side of the family, is very like so where I'm living now is in the Mornington Peninsula near Melbourne, and the families have always kind of been around this area and been involved with like the yacht club and things like that. So I don't know if they owned a boat per se, but they certainly would have done little sailing activities and fun things like that over the years, for sure. For absolutely
Okay.
sure. They're still very associated with like the yacht club and things.
All right. Cool. I see a specific boat just to share with you,
Mm-hmm.
and it has like it's like the sail is like white, and it has like a blue like stripe, but it's an upset like an upside down V. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it looks like this, and it's blue and white.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll run it
I
by
don't
my
know.
grandma when I
Okay,
see her.
cool. All right. Do you feel like he has any messages for you that
I felt
might
the
help?
hug again,
Okay.
like from behind. I'm seeing a cigar. I think he smoked. And I'm seeing him like smoking a cigar and like kicking back, like relaxing.
So what does that mean to you? How do you interpret that?
Um, I think that he's like, well, he's happy, he's fine. Maybe
Maybe.
I don't know. He's like,
Okay.
I'm
So
good.
and what about for you? Like what does he have for you? Is there anything he has for you? Ask him.
It feels I keep my attention keeps being drawn to my mum. I've seen him before in the ether, kind of like protecting her from me in a way. Her being all just fucked up in a ball on the floor, kind of thing, and him like trying to like hug her and protect her. And I'm like, my energy's kind of drawn to my mum and like all the like bad juju between she and I.
How do you feel about that?
Resistant and kind of angry. Like I'm just like, fuck off. I don't have anything
That's
to do with it.
that's fine.
Mm.
Is there anything else you want to ask him or say to him?
I saw a daffodil. I just asked if there was anything else, and I saw a daffodil. Uh, there's
What?
like a you know how like people wear like poppies on Anzac Day. What's the daffodil?
People
There
wear
was like a
poppies on what day?
Anzac Day.
What's
Uh,
that?
it's like Anzac is like Australia and New Zealand Army Corps, so it's like remembrance of fallen soldiers kind of thing. Daffodil Day, Cancer Council. I don't know. I saw a daffodil.
Okay.
Um, so
What
it's
does that
to
mean to
support
you?
cancer. I don't know. I literally just thought of like there's a daffodil day, which is like fundraising for cancer stuff.
Okay,
Um,
spiritual meanings of daffodil. Renewal and rebirth. As one of the first flowers to bloom in the spring, daffodils symbolize new beginnings, awakenings, and hope. Spiritually, they represent coming back to life after hardship or inner winter, often used as a symbol for personal transformation or resurrection of the soul. All right, we get it. We get it. We know.
it's always that though. It's always fucking
That's what I'm
rebirth and
saying.
shit.
That's why I said that. We get it. We get it. Um, Inner radiance and joy. The bright yellow color radiates light, joy, and positivity, aligning with solar energy and the solar plexus chakra, which is okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Of course.
you're working on the
Naturally.
solar plexus chakra, right?
Yeah.
Which governs confidence and personal power.
It's funny, when you had me like throwing my energy out to like the ceiling and the floor and stuff. That was the time. Like this is the only time that I've ever had kind of like difficulty doing that because my attention was still so drawn to my body, whereas usually I'm just like I'm out.
Yeah.
So I felt like also anchored in my body at the same time, and I had to like work to kind of like send it.
Um, so it says when you see a daffodil spiritually in a dream, a sign of personal renewal, upcoming good news, or change. During meditation, you may be encouraged to embrace a fresh start or shed an old identity.
Well, this feels like a fresh start in a way.
What do you mean?
Um, I don't know. Like, to be honest, it feels like I'm already good at all the clairs. It's just that I never pay attention because I'm like, well, it could be just imaginary, or like it comes too fast, or it's too or so much of it just feels like my imagination, like I'm just creating it. And is that not like technically that's kind of what that is? Like, like for
Yeah,
example,
sure.
the picture.
Imagine it.
No. I'm not saying in that direction. I'm saying in the sense that, like, if I imagine the picture and I go, okay, that picture exists, I will inherently create it within my reality.
What do you mean? You
Because there's
lost me.
infinite reality. There's infinite realities. There's infinite realities in which that picture does not physically exist and never did. There's infinite realities in which that picture does exist. And then, some variation in between the two. So, like, the fact that I conjured it in my imagination can therefore create it in the physical reality because everything's here and now and everything's fluid.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think there's some steps in between.
Belief.
Well, I mean, do you think you can manifest anything right now? Like
Theoretically.
instantaneous.
Only theoretically.
I'm not talking about theoretically. I'm talking about realistically. Like, do you think you could manifest a cheeseburger right now?
No,
Why?
because I don't believe that I can.
Why though? I'm
Because
asking
you
like
just
why.
ask, it's like yes or no. Like, I have the concept that I cannot just conjure a cheeseburger.
Okay, so
It
why
would
could you
take,
conjure a picture?
I couldn't conjure it into my hand, but I could conjure it in a future scenario where I get it from my grandmother and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just more realistic that way.
Okay.
If you say, can you conjure a cheeseburger, in the sense that maybe my grandmother, for whatever reason, fucking brings one to me, maybe, you know, someone would have to like knock on the door. Some Uber gone wrong.
That'd be awesome if somebody knocked on your door right now and had a cheeseburger.
Yeah, but I don't
Uh,
believe that it's going to happen. So
you don't want the cheeseburger bad enough. I do. Um, okay, so yeah, but I mean, like, theoretically, everything is in our imagination. I don't know.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you can get this like existential with anything. No.
I know. I just find it to be kind of present and in the room. And I think part of that is the fear of creation thing. Like, um, it feels kind of disappointing, this idea that if I just imagine that the picture exists, that it inherently will exist. I'm like, it kind of takes the surprise out of reality if it's like you're just operating everything from your little control tower in a way.
Yeah, but like when you're working with a client, right? Are you in? You're in the like you're in it. You're not necessarily existential, right?
Sometimes it depends
What does it depend on?
whether I'm in it or existential.
Yeah, but doesn't that?
It's
I
just an
mean,
energy.
yeah, but doesn't that feel like a little ungrounded? Like, don't you? Like, I feel like if you're gonna like, of course, like being like astral and like out in the ether, it can feel good because you're kind of like disassociating.
I
And
wouldn't associate it with being astral out in the ether. But maybe I'm wrong.
what
Like
are you
astral
laughing about?
and I don't know. If I
What are you
imagine
laughing at?
astral, I don't know. I don't know. If I imagine astral and out in the ether, I imagine myself in like outer space and like talking to aliens. You know what I mean? Like me
But if
sitting
you
here and having the conceptual idea that if I imagine a picture, that it will be shown to
like
me at
when
some
you're
point in
feeling like
time.
existential, right?
Is this me feeling existential?
No,
Is
I'm
this what
saying,
you?
I'm asking, like, when you are feeling existential, right? Do you feel grounded?
Yeah, pretty grounded.
Pretty grounded?
Pretty grounded. Like I don't feel ungrounded, but I have practice that I've felt ungrounded before. But
Okay,
I
like,
feel pretty solid in this.
when you feel like an ego death type experience or like something like that coming on, do you feel like grounded in that? Or do you feel like kind of like, whoa, I'm like kind of losing my sense of self?
When you say an ego death type experience, like when you say ego death, I think of my transmutations, and that does feel completely grounded. Not that there wasn't any like wobbliness in the lead up, but in that moment, I'm literally fully embodied. So
Yeah, I don't know if I like am if I correlate transmutation to like ego death. Why are you laughing so much? What a
it's just it's so um that like how the fuck is transmutation not ego death?
because I'm not saying it like doesn't lead to it, but like actual transmutation is real to me, or what I feel is like you're making lead into gold. Why are you laughing so hard? I'm glad
I
you
don't
laugh so much. I appreciate it.
I
It's
don't
making me laugh.
I don't know. I don't know when I like alchemize something when I do a transmutation. Immediately afterwards, I'm a different person. I'm a fully different
Yeah.
person. Like
Okay, but I'm
a
talking
version
like,
of me died. It's an ego
yeah.
death.
Okay, I agree with what you're saying, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about like you don't the ego death I'm talking about is like when you have like the whole like oneness experience where like you kind of lose the sense of self. Like when you do a
What?
transmutation, yeah, like an aspect of you dies.
Wait. What do you
But
mean by you lose your sense of self when you have the oneness experience?
have you ever had like an ego death on you've had an ego death on like psychedelics, right?
I technically we're having ego deaths billions of times a second. Like I conceptualize the idea that I'm having.
You are such a you're doing it on purpose now. You're just making everything existential.
I just am existential. I just live in this. I live in this. This is what I'm saying. um okay, yeah, I've had ego deaths on psychedelics too.
Okay,
What?
so what did that feel like when you had that experience? You think that feels the same as you doing a transmutation?
Kind of, except the transmutation is like condensed. Like the ego the smile. I can't. So glad I can laugh again. Fucking hell. Ooh. Okay, the ego death.
Did you take mushrooms before this episode?
I am the mushrooms.
Yeah, you
Oh
are
my
the
god.
mushroom.
I literally am the mushroom. No, I don't have any access to psychedelics. Not that I fucking need them. Um, the ego death on the psychedelics feels more drawn out and feels more like I'm like living it through the whole process. The transmutation just feels like just like collapse and then expand. It's hence the uh,
The
condense.
hand gesture.
Yeah, it's condensed. Like it's more like if an ego death on psychedelics is like you open up to a thing and you have this like mind blowing fucking experience, and then you kind of come back down and the transmutation, the shadow work feels like I have this identity, I collapse it into nothing, into a, I don't know, a singularity, and then I expand back out to the new version of self, and it all happens within that moment of like emotional expression. 90 seconds maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So like for me, like when it happens on like psychedelics, I have this like um like this like awareness that like not I'm part of the whole,
Okay.
and like my sense of self kind of disappears, and I have
What do
like the
you mean?
sense of
What do you mean your sense of self disappears?
like I don't exist.
But you're in the body.
Yeah, but I have the feeling of not existing, like just being part of the whole.
Okay. But is that not you existing? You are the whole.
Yeah, but it's like when you like become the one,
Yeah.
it's like Pete, the identity of me doesn't exist.
So I may live in that. But
You what?
okay. I might live in that.
You might live in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
V doesn't exist.
I mean, she does. She's like a concept. She conceptually exists. Like I'm in her now. But
You're
like,
in her now.
yeah. Yeah. Like I'm being V, but like I've never not existed. Does that make sense? I've literally never not existed.
I don't understand what you're trying. Like V never not existed, or
No, I never not
God,
existed. I never
the
not existed.
the totality of I, or like the wholeness of I.
Uh I
The like I am.
I don't know. I've just never not existed. Like I just exist. Whatever I'm existing in at any given moment is does that make sense?
Are you high?
No.
You sure?
Not on anything external.
Yeah. Just existential.
I think so. It's just the faces that you're giving me make me laugh. Like it's like you're trying to like put it through the brain. Oh Christ. Do you think this will be a good episode?
I guess we'll
Ooh.
find out.
Fucking hell. I don't feel like I've never not existed. Even when I'm having these epic ego deaths on multiple different levels, the universe, the world, the person, I still exist the whole time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just
not saying
existing.
maybe existing is not the right word, but like I guess the attachment of the self or the identity ceases to exist.
Maybe, maybe I don't feel super attached to it. The only time I feel attached to it is when it's attached to me.
Yeah. Well, maybe you're more evolved than me. Like I don't know. I feel like it's gradually gotten less attached. Like it feels easier
Do you
to come.
identify as the consciousness or as Pete?
Do I identify as the consciousness or Pete? Um, I guess I identify as Pete.
I feel like I identify as the consciousness. If
Yeah.
identifying with the consciousness is even a thing, it just is.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not as attached to Pete as I was, but
In
I
the last
still
couple of
think
months or overall? Or?
no. Overall, I mean, I think like in my 20s when I had like an ego death, it was much more shocking.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I could breathe through it. Like it's like a wave that kind of washes over me.
Yeah, so I feel like if I get on psychedelics, because the psychedelics will like really target my negative beliefs, that's when I get freaked the fuck out. If I'm just doing a transmutation, it's like I, yeah, I've survived that a million times, so I'll do it again. Like no big deal.
Yeah, but you don't think like the psychedelics feels more intense?
It feels more intense in the sense that like uh I feel I have less control over what's happening. Precisely because I feel like um I look at the darkness inherently in everything, and or like the negative beliefs, I guess, or the fear or whatever the fuck, and the psychedelics like amplifies it, and I can't look away, you know what I mean? Like I can't change anything, and then I can have trouble like surrendering to the idea of it because I can imagine some really dark fucked up shit, and I'll like kick and fucking fight against it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you feel like your mediumship
It feels like
felt?
something I have to actively do.
Yeah.
Like
What do you expect it to be?
like a month or so ago I was having a chat to a friend, and I don't remember exactly what we were talking about. Her trauma, I guess. And um yeah, we were definitely doing shadow work. And then I just felt slash saw here in my mind the Aztec god Xolotl, who's like the god of death. Is like a skeleton dog who I would associate like energetically with like Anubis, kind of like in my mind's eye. Like I just knew it was them. I kind of saw a vague idea of them, a vague concept. And so I passed that. I was like, you need to work with so and so. Like it just came to me. When it just comes to me, I'm like, great. But it just doesn't feel like it comes to me that much. Like I feel like I do a lot of this shit just by myself, which makes a lot of sense considering.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, I don't feel
I
like I
don't think.
necessarily need a lot of help. I guess maybe is the thing.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
grateful
like,
when I get it.
yeah. I mean, I think like just having the ability will help you. Like, if you're working with somebody and you
Yeah.
feel like stumped, or, like you're struggling, like you can ask like the spiritual realm to come in because maybe there's some sort of lineage thing, especially with shadow work, like generational trauma, and
You know, I
maybe
feel
if
like my
what.
main issue is that I always feel like pressure. I always feel pressure to like perform or have the answer or pluck the thing. Like so when we started and I felt like the density, I felt like pressure to have answers or whatever the fuck. And then whatever happened and I relaxed. And then I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, it's just literally whatever comes to my mind. You know what I mean? So if I'm not relaxed, I don't feel like I get the answers, and then that freaks me, like it just weeks me out.
Yeah.
Um, so that feels like the main block for me per se is like whether or not I'm actually going to get anything. Because if I just sit and like think and then everything's just blank, then I'm like, oh god, or not
Yeah.
think, but like try and connect or whatever.
But it's, I mean, really, you got to realize it's not coming from you. It's coming from them. So the pressure's on them. No?
And yet I am them.
Mm, not right. But not right now. You're V.
I would be creating the illusion of separation internally.
Exactly. So you're separated right now. Right? Are
Depends,
you?
because Because I could feel like we're just one thing talking to itself right now if I were to put myself into that frequency.
Okay, so do it.
I'm already doing it.
What am I thinking?
There is no. There's like. When you're in that state, there is no thinking. There is no I, as in Pete. Everything just is. It's moment to moment.
Okay, so what is in my mind right now?
You don't understand. There is no your mind. It's
I
just me.
know. No, I know. So
But we're
you
not
should
in
be
it
able
now
to get into it. I thought we
because
were
it's
getting in it.
dualistic. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but if you feel like you can get into the space where you feel like we are the same, like there is no separation,
uh-huh.
then you should know me fully.
Because I'm in dualism now because you're challenging me.
Okay, I'm not challenging you. I'm just asking you a question.
I
You
don't.
are actually asking you a question right now.
Correct. Yeah, I don't think it's a mind reading thing. I think it's just a being thing. I think it's fucking mindless.
What am I being?
Obstinate. I think it's mindless
Well,
in that
this is
state.
why I was talking about being telepathic. I feel like if you're on the same frequency, it's really just like the same. It's like the one. We become one.
Yeah, so it just feels like love, acceptance, being just is unconditional acceptance. Like it just is.
So we can't do telepathy tricks if we are.
Telepathy is inherently dualistic
Why? Why do you say that?
because in order to feel like you're both having the same experience, you need like the foundation of the idea that you're separate. You have to conceptualize that you're like
Why?
two different beings, and then you're like, oh, we're both thinking the same thing.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like, I think if like you're all on the same frequency, it's like we all have the radio station turned to the same song.
What if we're not all on the same frequency?
Then we won't be telepathic. Telepathy doesn't feel like an ability to me. It feels like a resonance.
Yeah, so to me, like genuine actual telepathy, which is really telepathy, is
Telepathy?
telepathy, yeah.
Why?
Is just like, I don't know, you like something happens in the room and both of you just like look at each other and you're like you know you're thinking the same thing. You know what I mean? Or you have the same idea at the same time.
What am I thinking?
It's not like that. It's not fucking mind reading.
I'm. I know. I'm just saying. Like I see. We're both in the room, and
It's not a quiz. It's not a quiz. You
I'm
literally
not quizzing
receive it
you.
at the
I'm just
same
telling.
time.
Okay,
You
ready?
can't. You say, "What am
Ready?
I thinking?"
Is that can we make when I snap my fingers? Can we make it the same time?
I feel like you're thinking, "How much of a brat can I be right now?" And it'll be
I'm
funny.
not. I was thinking. I was thinking about a giraffe.
It doesn't work like that. It's not like that. It just kind of happens. Like I've had experiences like this where um fuck it was like my boyfriend at the time like asked me if I wanted to eat something and I like shot the idea of chips back at him in the ether and I could have sworn I said it out loud but he received it and both of us were like, did it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's just a thing. It's not this like give and receive. It happens at the same time.
I was thinking sandwiches when you said that.
Fuck's sake.
I actually was thinking like we finish each other's sentences,
We
sandwiches.
finish each other's sandwiches. Yeah. Um, no, but there is empathy, which to me, like, this is why I asked. I actually wanted you to answer the fucking question, by the way, on your
What
video.
question?
Um, I asked I said, what if I can read someone else's mind, but they can't read mine? Uh,
Okay, what's your response to that? What's
well,
your
I
answer?
feel like that's true empathy. Like, I can see through someone's shadow, perhaps, but they don't know that they're coming through. Like, their whole self does, but their lower self doesn't. So it's
Yeah.
like I can
Well,
see the motivations behind what someone's doing. They're not even consciously aware of it.
well, don't you think like if you're much more evolved than somebody, like you have more access to information, so it's like you
I wouldn't
just
call it
know
more
more?
evolved, but yeah, essentially. I
What would you
understand more
call it
because I'm
then?
more empathetic. Uh what would I call it? Empathy. I would call it more conscious. I call
Okay.
it more
Isn't
conscious,
that
yeah.
the same thing, really?
No,
Or
because
no?
evolved kind of implies a start and a finish. It kind of implies that there is a hierarchy. It kind of implies that there is you start here and you end here. Whereas, like, I don't think it is that. I think there's just levels and you can just tap into whatever the fuck at any given time, and uh it doesn't make you more or less evolved than anyone, because realistically, if someone's unconscious, it's just that a different aspect of self is piloting them, the darker aspects of self.
Yeah.
Or like they're wounded in a child, or they're shut, or whatever you like to call it.
Yeah, that makes sense. What?
It's just when you get in this like Scorpio moon mood, you sit there and I can feel it, like your brain chewing, and you're getting all these ideas and shit.
My brain's hungry, I guess.
Your brain's hungry.
You said I'm chilling. I'm hungry. Um, yeah. I mean, I feel like I've only really experienced like telepathy with people who I feel like are on the same wavelength. That's why I have that like belief. I don't
Yeah.
really feel like I've had telepathy with people that I don't feel connected to.
Okay. But it's not, when you've experienced the telepathy, it's not this thing where you're just like, okay, tell me what I'm thinking right now, or
No,
tell me
I
what
know.
shape
I'm
is in my
kidding.
head.
I'm
Are
kidding.
you kidding? Because you asked me it like five fucking times. Um, it's just a
No, I was
moment, right?
kidding.
It's just
Yeah,
a
it's just a
momentary
feel. To me,
experience.
it's more of just like a feeling of a knowing, like
Yeah.
claircognizance.
Like clear cognizance.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's how it feels like to me. In terms of like specific, like clear manifestations, I don't really. I mean, I'm sure I've experienced it maybe, but it's more of just like knowing. It's like talking without using words, telepathy to me.
Yeah, it's a lot more instantaneous. It's like a download, it's a concept. This is
Yeah.
why claircognizance feels more advanced to me, because it's just like, instead of nutting it all out with fucking visuals and sounds and whatever the fuck, you just know.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I disagree with you is because I feel like claircognizance doesn't. I feel like somebody who. This is speaking just mediumship, just mental mediumship, claircognizance. Claircognizance doesn't feel like dialogue. I feel like it's much more. You're much more advanced as a medium if you're having like dialogue and interaction than just like, oh, I get a sense of this. Like if you're actually like talking to spirit, where it's like there's a connection and you are interacting, like you're bouncing back. Oh, okay. Well, how did you die? Well, I feel this, and this is coming through. Okay, is there? What did you look like? What color was your hair? Like, and you're having this dialogue. To me, that feels more advanced in terms of being a medium. Where
Why?
Claire, why? Because I think you have to have a deeper connection to have actual dialogue, and you have to have a stronger connection.
That doesn't make any sense to me because you're creating the illusion of separation in your mind, which is a lesser connection. Whereas if you just receive concepts, that's like a much more direct connection, just like telepathy is a much more direct connection than talking.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna go with it's just how I was taught.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not arguing against it.
No, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I don't necessarily disagree with it. I was just always encouraged to learn to have more deeper dialogue. You know?
But who's to say that it isn't dialogue anyway? Like if I get a concept of something and then I'm like, okay, but can you tell me about this thing? And then I get another concept. Like it's a deeper knowing for me is the claircognizance.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
it's
that makes
because you just
sense.
receive everything like it's just like a package. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing that comes into your head. It's like a ball
Yeah.
of information rather than just like drips and drabs. And you got to
Yeah.
fucking tease it all out.
Yeah. It makes
Could
sense.
could you try one right now? I'm actually curious if you could just connect with some kind of spirit and get a message like claircognizantly and see how it feels and lands and if you get more than you usually do.
Honestly, like to be honest, if I'm being, I get like I usually get like a whole glimpse right away.
Okay.
Like the initial glimpse is not just like is it a man or a male or a female. It's usually like I see what they look like. You know, I get a sense of who they are, and it's usually one punch, and then like once I feel like I got it, it starts to kind of unload more, and that's where the dialogue starts. That's why,
Sounds like
but
claircognizance.
yeah, but that's why I also feel like it develops. It doesn't stay claircognizance. It develops into like a more back and forth dialogue.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what happened. Kind of what happened. My grandfather just then. I was
Yeah,
like, "What?" Um But this, like clay cognizance, for me, is like a really tricky one to wield because it's just like, well, how much of this is just my imagination? Like sometimes I can energetically feel the difference. Sometimes I feel like something gets dropped into my head
yeah,
rather than rather than it coming from me. But a lot of the stuff that we just did in my practice just then felt more like kind of self initiated in a way.
yeah.
But maybe it's because he's fucking in me rather than coming from some higher dimensional level.
Well, yeah, and it's also like everybody has a different operating system. Everybody has a different body. Everybody has different nervous systems. So like you're gonna understand things differently than I'm gonna understand them. Or
Yeah.
really, like I just teach the way I teach just to have a basic concept or structure. But to me, it's always better to develop your own abilities in your own way. Like,
See,
you
here's the
know,
thing. I don't disagree, right? And I think that the way that you teach and the simplicity in which you teach will benefit most people. I just don't think that I am starting from the ground level, if you know what I mean. Like I think that
yeah,
I've taken a lot of this shit for I have 5 fucking planets in the 12th house, Pete. Like I think I've taken a lot of this shit just for granted my entire life and not conceptualized it as like mediumship or connecting to spirit. I've just kind of like operated on it or ignored it or whatever the fuck and just been like, oh, it's my imagination. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
if I were to describe the experiences previous in which I've like done mediumship, so to speak, I connected with a friend's grandfather who'd just passed. I flipped some cards to kick it off. Suddenly, I'm fucking flooded with emotion and crying and telling her how proud I'm feeling of all of her achievements and X, Y, and Z. Like, it's just like, it's just pure emotion like running through me. And then with you, I saw, I think, Vincenza, and then I just like, I think you asked for a message specifically because it caught your attention, and then I just knew that you were meant to teach me mediumship. And then I freaked the fuck out because I was like, oh, this is gonna sound fucking psycho, and I can't just like, do you know what I mean? Like, it didn't. I was like, am I just making this shit up? Like, it's just uh it just felt, it always feels so like self-initiated in a way because it's just coming through as like knowing. So
Yeah.
it's sticky. It's weird. It's like, how does one sort out whether you're making shit up or not? But I guess technically
I think
everything's
it's
made up.
just practice, really. But yeah, but I mean, like you start to like if you think right now,
Mm-hmm.
any thought you're having right now is coming into your brain a certain way.
What do you mean?
This is a hard thing to for people to maybe feel. I feel like you can do this, but like if you're like where are your thoughts coming from right now?
Well, like just before you said think a thought and a zebra popped into my head.
Okay.
Sometimes the thoughts feel like they're plopping in from above, and sometimes they just are, and then
Okay, so
sometimes I
what's the
have to
difference?
conjure them. That's about as
Why?
different as I could describe. What do you mean,
Okay.
why?
Why are your thoughts coming in from different places?
I don't know for sure, but I'd imagine the times when it feels like it's being plopped in, it feels like an external guide. With that being said, and I've recently seen a video of Bashar confirming this, I feel like as you self integrate, you literally become more and more parts of the entire whole of the universe. So I feel like there maybe isn't a lot of energy that isn't already integrated in me in some level, in some way. So it doesn't feel very often that something external comes in because
Yeah,
a lot of it's
okay.
just already in me.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like you like right now if I'm talking to you and I'm like using my brain to like talk to you, it feels like right here is like where I'm feeling it.
That's where I'm feeling it now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if it's specific to you, but yeah, okay.
Okay, so now when I hear spirit, it comes in like here personally. So
I
to me,
have to hear
right?
spirit first. Okay. So what you're saying is right. Was it you like you got like left brain and right brain?
I don't think
Uh,
that necessarily matters. I think it's just like the entrance point for like my nervous system. So that's where it registers. So the point being is that you were saying like, oh, how do you know it's me and how do I know it's imagination? Well, for me, when it's my own thoughts, it feels like it's like here that I'm feeling it and I'm touching the left side of my skull, right?
yeah.
So now when I'm connecting to spirit, because I can feel spirit right here with me for this, they're sending images right now, and it feels like it's coming in on the right side of my head. So that's how I know that it's me when it feels like it's me and when it feels like it's something else. Now, we could have the argument, we're all one, blah, blah, blah. But like the way my nervous system is registering the energy is it feels on my left side is when it's my own thoughts.
Yeah.
And the right side feels like when it's spirit or inspiration or whatever.
Can you conceptually just close your eyes for a second and feel the center point? between the two hemispheres of brain and like just turn up the friction, turn up the electricity, feel them kind of like energetically, chemically, electrically rubbing together in a way.
Yeah.
Does that feel like anything to you?
That feels like my guides.
Okay.
Why?
Just because that's what realistically that's kind of what the higher self is. It's like the two hemispheres of the brain uniting and working together.
Yeah, I mean that's probably why I feel it. I feel I feel it on my chin actually, and that's who I associate like guide energy to.
Okay.
What?
No, it's just I think it's like all us at the end of the day.
It is. But isn't it fun just like having the variation?
Sometimes, yeah. It certainly feels lonely to me without it.
Yeah. If you're just talking to yourself right now, you kind of get bored.
Who's getting existential now?
Yeah. I mean, really, you could be talking to a pillow right now. It'd be the same thing.
No, not quite. The pillow doesn't talk back. Not
You
unless
could
we really break
imagine.
reality.
You could imagine it is.
How
I could,
schizophrenic do we want to get today?
I could draw like a smiley face.
Yeah, no, it's more fun with the illusion of separation, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes. All right. Um, ready to go to bed.
Yeah, I feel like I ran you ragged.
It's only
Just,
existentialism. I just
I
want.
feel like I
I
took you in my teeth and just like
don't.
shook
Don't you
you through
understand?
every
Like
fucking dimension.
I felt alone my whole childhood. I don't want to be alone in the universe.
I
I
agree.
want.
Me
I
too.
want to have friends. I want to have
So
people
have
around
friends.
me.
So have friends. So let people in. So heal the thing. Yeah. Wait. I'm covered in black. I'm still covered in black. There you go. That's my heart.
You're frozen. I can't see you.
You'll get there. It'll
All
get
right.
there. Um, had what's okay? If you want to go, you can go. I just want to keep probing, but that's who I am.
What were you gonna ask before I
I was
go?
going to ask what the barrier is for connection. What part of you? I think you said it before, but I don't feel like we actually got it into it.
I mean, you know, what's always the barrier?
What's the barrier?
I mean, I felt my parents. That's what I saw first.
Okay.
And I felt my solar plexus on both sides.
Like activate like boundaries.
Yeah.
So fear, would you say? Scared
Yeah, probably.
of what?
Just being hurt, I guess.
Being hurt in what way?
Um, I guess just being trusting people and feeling like vulnerable and like taking down shields and what?
Just they're already they're like shredding off of you and you're like it feels so raw. Like
Yeah.
they're like literally falling apart. I can like see it, I can feel it. um but what's
So
going to
then I guess I'm
happen?
gonna get there.
What's going to happen if and when you do? Worst case scenario, what's the thing? What is the thing? Like what's the hurt? You let someone in and then they blank.
Hurt me, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be
In
hurt.
what way? Stab you with a
Uh,
knife?
my trust in humanity, I guess.
What do you mean? Hurt you in what way?
I mean, I guess it's bullshit. I think it's just made up, obviously.
What
Maybe
do you
it's
mean it's made up? What's made up?
everything. We're in an illusion.
Okay, let's not get existential right now. This is about Pete.
Uh, well, I think like I have this fear that probably like abandon a lot, losing people.
Abandoned. So you feel like if you get vulnerable, if you show someone who you truly are, that they will be so fucking indifferent and unmoved that they'll just leave you on the side of the road.
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know. I feel like I want to laugh about it, but maybe that's just the
Okay.
mood of the night.
So, so laugh.
I don't know. I'm in too much of a weird mood now to like
What do you mean?
get into
What do
it.
you mean? What do you mean in a weird mood?
There's just so much going on now.
You feel guarded. You like you're like freaking out. You're afraid.
I'm not afraid. I don't know.
Yes, you do. Be vulnerable.
No, I don't feel freaked out. I just feel like I'm trying to like feel my emotions, but I'm also like spinning in my head a little bit. I think it's
Spinning in what way?
just thinking about like all the existential stuff now. Like I can't. It's like too much.
Okay. Very good.
We'll save it for the
Excellent.
next episode.
Excellent effort today. Fun.
All right. Well, like our podcast. I'm telling people to like our stuff. Share it, like it.
Like it.
Yeah, comment, put a
Like it.
heart somewhere.
You mean on our socials?
On our socials, on you could like it on Spotify, you can comment, you can give us a review. Just do something for us, please. All right? We're just trying to grow,
Why are you
and we
closing your
deserve to
eyes?
grow. Why did I close my eyes?
Yeah.
They're not closed now.
Okay.
Maybe I was saying a prayer in my head.
Something's going on. Something's going on.
All right, I'm stopping.